So have you seen the new Fresh and Fit controversy where Fresh is being exposed by his future baby mama for trying to get her to get rid of this baby that she apparently is pregnant with? And not only did she record the call, but she exposed all the messages.
I know you fucking lying. Let's
okay,
let's
if
go.
you don't know, Fresh and Fit are like red pill influencers that try to tell men how to handle women, how to be high value men. And a lot of their show is taking a bunch of girls who they know are those types of women who are like kind of like gold diggers, Instagram models, and IG chicks and stuff, and putting them in a room and telling them how they ain't shit. And then lambast them for the ideas, but they know what type of women they brought into the show. So they actually got demonetized off of YouTube and had a huge YouTube following, a huge Twitch, and they're mostly on Rumble now, but they still do very well. And they have a super loyal fan base. But out of the two, Fresh has always been the one that is more of the hypocrite because he tries to be the high value man dude, but he's kind of a lame that got money and now is trying to use that to get women. And he gets exposed by that. And a lot of this was a problem because these are the guys that tell you don't spend money on your girl.
Right.
Don't like let her go out with her friends. She shouldn't have an Instagram.
Play the game right. Don't be taken advantage of. Don't be no sucker.
And I agree with a small part of that as far as like not letting women take advantage of men and for them to have some respect for themselves and not be tricks. But they take it to like a problematic level. Now he's being exposed, and not only does she have the audio of the conversation where she was obviously trying to trip him up, but there's text messages that make him look crazy, and it just gets worse and worse as we dive down this rabbit hole.
Details, let's go.
So the first thing is when he started dating this girl who was actually like Miss Asia, you know what I'm saying? His followers called him out because allegedly she was an escort and on an escort site, and that's how he got her. And they always preach about not dealing with those types of women and not spending money on a woman. And not only did they accuse her or him dating an escort, but also of the fact that he spent like $15,000 on some designer jewelry for her when he's supposed to be the I don't buy that, don't do that, and basically being a hypocrite to his followers. This is him getting called out.
So Fresh, you gave an extremely expensive Von Cleef bracelet, which are worth up to $30K, to a Chinese escort you had just met. You claim that the escort's page was fake, but the pictures on her page were not fake, and those pictures were extremely promiscuous and exactly pictures an escort would take. But even if you're right, and she was not technically an escort, okay, she's still undeniably a hoe because of her pictures, and giving hoes $30,000 gifts you just met goes against everything Fresh and Fit stands for. Now, Fresh, you claim that you didn't give her the gift. That's what you claim.
Show me the proof.
But the escort says that you did.
I have
screenshots.
Where did you say that?
Instagram comment of hers before she deleted it. She replied, okay, so someone commented to her, right? They said after that big speech Wednesday on Fresh and Fit about how Fresh, Walter, didn't actually pay.
The funny part about all of this is that he said that, okay, well, like he preaches this dogma, right? So the girl, she don't be caring. They be asking her questions, she be answering it. He was like, show me the proof, right? Well, it turns out that there was some proof and his fans dug it up.
Oh, not receipts.
So this is a conversation between this girl, her name is Daisy Fit Chin, and another woman who's asking her about the bracelet. She's like, is it true he brought you the, she says 50-50. At first he brought me a fake Van Cleef bracelet and told me he didn't know. Now he definitely tried to slide that through there.
Yo.
So I told him, you don't have to buy me anything, but I don't wear fake shit. I buy them all the time. Then he took me to the store and the one I wanted was $30K. I said, let's go 50-50. So I said, let's go 50-50, meaning that he spent $15,000 on this bracelet trying to keep up with her. Now, this is an extremely beautiful woman. She was Miss Asia. And again, she kind of is the type of woman and does the type of things to him on his show that he on his show tries to speak out against.
Right.
Her Instagram, I think, got deleted last night because he got some real heavy followers. I think that they may have taken down her page.
Oh, wow.
But like, she's over here, you know, she's a beautiful woman, but she's in a relationship with him, or she was at some point. And, you know, she was posting this type of videos and pictures that they tell men not to allow their women to post. And if a woman posts something like this, to not be with her. So
the hypocrisy is insane.
So fast forward, they get into the relationship. He gets called out by his followers. He tries to rebuff it. They pull the receipts on him. She gives them information on it, makes him look even worse. Eventually they stop being together, and then boom, she hits him with the I'm pregnant. Now, when he didn't respond the way she wanted him to, so these are the messages that she sent him after she allegedly found out she was pregnant. And not only did she send the messages, but she screenshotted them all and posted them all on Instagram. It makes them both look bad, but more him. So, and this looks like an attack. So she posted this and she sends him a screenshot of the pregnancy test being positive, right? Then she says, you always told me you wanted me to be your baby's mother. I loved you when I did everything to be a good girlfriend. Now this is happening. You walked away. I think I want to keep the baby. I don't want to kill alive. I think she meant alive. I want you to think carefully and take responsibility. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll call you shortly. Take your time. Ooh. I can't have kids.
Child, get boo.
The answer to that question. And listen, the thing, when she's messaging him, she's already knows that he don't want to have kids with her. So that's why she coming at him with this energy off top. Take responsibility for your actions.
You will not dismiss me, bruh.
She says, take responsibility for your actions. Scary. So then he says, what's this? She gave him the blood test. So she took a pregnancy test as well. Read it. Pregnancy blood test. I know, but what does it mean? I don't understand the numbers. Look, ain't no you She underlines it for him. Pregnant. Boy, you know what that means. She says the baby is 3 to 4 weeks. The doctor says, oh, okay, it's our baby and you still want to kill our baby. You are not being a good human. It's not about that right now. It's not good. And a lot is happening, especially now business may be over. Now, this is the thing. He's a successful guy, or at least he plays one on the internet. Now, they do have a big following. They have a lot of paying subscribers. They make a good amount of money online. Like, these guys are not broke by any means, but he's trying to act broke. So she doesn't try to come get some money because you done bought me a $15,000 bracelet. I'm coming for that bag, G. And he knows that. And this is, again, something that they preach against on their thing. Don't let women trap you. Be careful who you get pregnant. Don't slip up. Make sure that you strapped up. And what do they do? What is he doing? Busting all over the place.
Boom, boom, boom.
And getting somebody pregnant. Now you over here with no leverage, begging her not to have the baby. And also, I'm not letting her off the hook. She seemed like she owned some grimy shit, to be honest with you, because she knew what type of man he was, and she knew that he was not going to be with this baby.
So both of them knew if you have sex unprotected, guess what can happen? Somebody's going to get pregnant. And if you don't really like her like that, why are you sleeping with her like that? And then for her to air it out, come on, man.
So this is what he said. It's not about that right now. It's not good. And a lot is happening, especially now business may be over. I don't want kids right now. We spoke about it and you agreed. I never agreed, question mark, question mark, question mark. I agree based on your actions. Are you not educated? If you keep inside me, I will get pregnant. I don't get pregnant without your behavior. Well, I guess you meant behavior. Words mean nothing. Man up. I'm not saying I want to be with you. I don't, because you are nothing to me, but the baby is innocent. You should have a kid with someone you are in love with in the same household. It won't be what you expect. Man up. I'm telling you now so you know. And again, I'm not a fan of his, but what I will say is, women, I think it's grimy to have a child from someone and they don't want to have it. And I'm not saying that women should be forced into doing anything. I think you should be responsible on both ends, but don't give men babies who don't want them.
Don't give a woman your sperm that you don't want.
Agreed. I'm not saying you're wrong.
We finna fight.
No. I'm saying on both sides, but on the other side.
So first, we cannot get pregnant without y'all. There's no way. So my whole thing is, yes, I'm not gonna have unprotected sex with somebody I don't want to get pregnant by. By the same token, y'all control that. It starts with you. So if he didn't want to have kids with her, he shouldn't have did what it took.
And this is my
both
thing.
Crazy.
These are the guys that young men are coming to for help, for wisdom, to know how to navigate these situations. And you're right. You played yourself because now you are held hostage. You are being held hostage from your seat.
What
you're
you said
trapped.
earlier, trapped. Kevin Samuels rolling over in his grave right now like, what the
have you learned nothing? And you supposed to know better. So look, I don't expect anything anymore since we are not together. I got pregnant with you when I was in your house and when I was in love. You wanted to have the baby. If you didn't, you did in me with your own pleasure. Be logic and be a man. I think she
logical.
English is not her first language, so we gonna just give it
we
to
know
her.
She's Chinese. Whatever.
Be logical and be a man. I don't get pregnant by myself. It's not fair for the baby. What are you saying? We are not together and won't be. Why would that be good for a kid? So why did you keep inside me? Also, things happen and yes, feelings change, but bringing a kid into this world without both parents' love is cruel. We both thought you wouldn't get pregnant. It was a joke. All I'm saying is you should take the responsibility for what you did. See, this is my problem with her. I have a problem with a woman wanting a baby because this is my only thing. I know this is going to be controversial, but the thing is, women can decide before or after a child is born to take responsibility. Men don't get that option. If a woman doesn't want to have the child and a man wants her to have the child, she can get rid of it. If a woman, after she gets pregnant, doesn't want that baby anymore, she can give it up for adoption. A man doesn't have a choice in that. That is your responsibility regardless. And I feel like a lot of times these things wouldn't happen and we'd have less children being born from broken homes and nasty situations like this if women had to take the full responsibility if the man doesn't want to be responsible. You would be a whole lot more insistent on not letting a man
in you, right?
Right. If you had to take all that responsibility if he's not a good man. You would be way more selective about your partners. What it sounds sounds like, because she's not saying she wants him to step up and be a father. She keeps saying take responsibility.
Take responsibility.
She wants that bag, and it's up. You coming off that bag, G.
She said she didn't want him.
She don't want.
She
I
don't
want
care
the
about
bag.
him. No.
Because
She
what
said
is
she didn't care about him.
What's the responsibility mean?
The money. That's what I'm saying.
She don't want him to be a father. She want him to be a goddamn bank.
So responsibility is code for give me that cash.
Fact. So now, throughout this entire conversation, he's been trying to like make her not think that he's going to be a viable candidate to be a father. So first he said the business may be going down. Now he's saying also, now I'm worried. I have to test at least 4 other girls. Another girl. 4 girls. You're saying you have 4 girls without protection? I hope you have all the money for your child support. You finally admit you are effing trash. I don't have money. Good luck. You will see. Now this is where she breaks down the post that she just made. This is a story between me and Walter Weeks, the podcaster known as Fresh. I met him on November 21st in Miami and I fell in love with him. We spent New Year's together. That's the time when he asked me to be his girl to commit to him. And he posted a video of us on social media. He said to me, I love you. I don't want you to be with another man. A few days later, he asked me to meet his mom. Everything went well. I showed him and his mom my respect. He defended me on his podcast from the rumors. That's the moment I truly fell in love with him. But that is where the game began. I left Miami on January 8th, traveled back to China for Chinese New Year. The night before, we had a serious conversation. He says he sees me like someone to spend his whole life with him, and I told him I was going to move to Miami for him. From then, we started a long-distance relationship for 2 months until I traveled to Barbados. I met his entire family there. He said he was serious with me. Therefore, I'm not on birth control, and we had sex without protection. Now, first of all, he's already told you he doesn't want kids with you. Allegedly, he said that. And just because you're in a serious relationship does not mean you should get off birth control without talking to him. That is not cool.
I agree with that part.
That's where we start getting trappy.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you're just gonna decide because you like me. You gonna
that's
get
not cool, especially if he's already said, because he's adamant about not wanting kids.
But this is my thing. That's his whole show is non-monogamy with women if you're a high value man. And she even agreed to the non-monogamy in another post. I think it was an interview. She was talking about like how she didn't mind him not being monogamous. She just wanted him to buy her own apartment in Miami. And I think that's when he stopped talking to her.
Oh shit.
Because she didn't want to live with him. So I think he couldn't afford, because when you got a woman like that, I'm gonna be honest with you, she is, like she said, if you would have gave that to the average woman, the fake jewelry, they probably would have never known. She got rich niggas who buy her jewelry. She got all the options for that high level value of man. She dates them, she deals with them. That's why she knew this ain't the 30K, fam. And you got to come up off that.
Now I go half with you if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I kind of respect her for that. She said I was ready to have a baby with him and build a family. He asked me many times, what if you get pregnant? My answer towards him was always just, I want to keep the baby. I don't mind having a baby with that. Is not the same thing as him agreeing to have a child with you. And so this is her actually screenshotting and saying, oh my God, our kids are gonna look like them. They are so cute. Laugh out loud. I knew you were typing me this blazing. But the funniest part about it is, this is just sweet talk. That is not cool. All on your own. Even
That's
if we
why
don't.
y'all need to stop playing with us like
Oh,
that.
I am not taking his responsibility away. He deserves
I get what
all
you're
his
saying,
smoke.
that it's said in jest. It was said, it's seemingly like a joking kind of banter back and forth.
So
is
this,
that what you're saying?
Exactly. In this part. Now, she went on to talk about how they had traveled back. She goes on to talk about exactly what I was saying as far as them, how they broke up, I guess. So March 12th, we traveled back to Miami together. At first, everything was fine. I stayed in his apartment. We had a mutual understanding. He is not a monogamous person, that me and him both needs our own space. So I suggested him to help me rent an apartment. He said, I want you to have the things you want, as you understand me. 10 days later, a morning after we had lunch with his sister, he broke his promises. That how he told me he loves me and wants to see it in a long term. He wants to plan a future with me. Instead of renting an apartment, better to buy a new house, which I think he is completely lying and making excuses about. Of course. So he could have got the apartment. He's like, well, I'm gonna get a house, because he was trying to buy some time. Because I don't think that he ever wanted to spend that money. So he used me, hurt me. He was a cheater, a huge gamer. I only found out this later and started to take his haters' words. When people told me negative things about him in the beginning, I always stood by his side and supported him and believed in him. I chose to believe in my partner instead of the audience. The truth is, he pretended to be a high value man to date girls and ditch them. Then the reason why I'm exposing this is because as a woman, I want to stand out for other women. I don't want any other girls ending up like me. But first of all, you didn't end up like anything. You decided that you wanted to get pregnant. To be honest with you, he didn't do anything wrong. Now, what I will say he did wrong was he was capping, but he's a known capper. He's been exposed on the internet for multiple times for acting like, yes, they make good money, but he likes acting like they have way more money than they actually have. And he's been acting like that before they got to that money. So part of the come up was me acting like I had something that I didn't have, and now he's being exposed over and over for not doing that. Even with the women, acting like he has women that he's, that he just never had. And so he's even been exposed online for like telling fake stories about women that he's been with.
So he's a known liar.
Very much so. And so this would seem like obvious work to anybody, but if you were here for the money and he's spending money on you and he's taking you out on the dates and he has the condo in Miami and he's flying you out, you don't care about those things. And now that you don't get the house that he promised you, you don't get the apartment that he promised you, you don't get nothing that he promised you because he never planned on doing those things because he's a goofy and you should have noticed that. Well, that's part of that's on you, baby.
You know what? He might have revealed a different side to her, or at least pretended to, because she said she fell in love. So at least at some point she had genuine feelings for him, but maybe she just a little dense. I don't know.
If I don't expose this, he will continue doing what he does to naive girls. There will be more women who get hurt. After a few days, he asked me to move out. He stopped coming home. He disappeared for 3 nights without explanation. I called him. He never answered when I did nothing wrong, when I was so genuine. I left my work behind in China to pursue this relationship. So I moved out and booked the first flight to New York City. On March 30th, I had a pregnancy test. It's positive. So that's where she goes into the story. Now, this is my thing again. I understand that you don't like how it played out. I don't see how he was necessarily the bad guy. I guess by not doing other things he promised, but it seems like he just broke up with you because he didn't want to do them. And it's like, again, I am not going to feel sorry for you if you were here for the glitz and glamour and then you found out that it was all fake. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed.
Like I don't really feel bad for you.
And let me go back to one thing she said. There will be more, if I don't expose this, there will be more women that get hurt. Let me tell y'all, ladies, it don't matter how bad you say a guy is. It don't matter how wrong he did you. It don't matter how he hurt you. I guarantee you there is going to be another woman there who believes that he is not going to do that to her. So
facts, which is what happened to her.
Exactly.
He got thousands of followers who told you don't do that.
And you believed it, so you can't be that much smarter than everybody else who you say you're trying to warn or protect.
Now this is where the work get real dirty.
There's
where
more?
she records so if you think that I haven't been on her side throughout this situation, I'm gonna explain to you even more so why. It's because this conversation sounds like a simple setup. Okay. And she recorded the conversation between them two. And again, I don't think that anything that he did in this situation warrants him being blasted on the internet. Like all of this.
I don't either.
Like him not wanting to be your baby daddy does not necessarily make him a bad guy. Like is him being a trash father once the baby born? Yeah, that's trash. But again, that's his whole brand. His whole brand is I don't want to be this guy. I don't do it. So I don't know what you expected from him. Like other than this. But this is the conversation that she recorded and it's grimy.
Right?
I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
You're not. They just give you a pill and then it's over.
No. I'm pregnant.
Also, because I know you don't watch his show, he's not a really smart guy. So to be honest with you, neither one of them sound that bright.
They both goofy.
Yeah, they both kind of goofy. So watch this.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The pill, they just give it to you from a doctor and then you're good.
I am pregnant. I can't pretending like nothing happened. I can't. In my religion, we don't kill.
You're not killing. Okay.
I want to keep the baby.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just don't want any kids. You know?
Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me?
Nah, this is sucker shit. Why would she say that?
What you gonna do to me?
He don't give me violent guy vibes. Now, he might be a lot of things, but he is not the guy that's like, I'm gonna get mad and punch you. So this sounds really strange, and this is where it's like, what you on? Like, why would you? At that moment.
I'm mad that she brought religion into it because in your religion, y'all don't kill, but y'all sleep unprotected with.
He gonna say it. Hold on. You can say it in a second. Watch this.
Nothing. Well, why did I do anything to you?
Nothing?
Why did I do anything to you?
No, I know. So like, how are you gonna deal with this? By saying I don't want a baby? That's all?
That's really weird. That was weird.
I mean, let's go to the doctor, I guess.
To the doctor. So you want abortion?
I mean, yeah. Why do you want a kid now?
And why do you make me pregnant now?
That's what I'm like, there's no way that's true. But then it's like, oh, wow. Like,
So just think about it. It's meant to be. God wants you to have the baby.
Definitely not.
It is. God wants you to have a baby. 7 years never happened, and then you're fucking for a month, and I'm pregnant. What does that mean?
Well,
now I just think about it, if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin.
Well, we already sinned by having sex,
Bars.
but it's too late now. You know.
Lots of dirty work going on here. So he's trying to convince her not to have a baby. She records it and posts it. And again, I don't know why we are a part of this.
Trash.
I think they both trash. I don't think he's good. Like, neither one of y'all should be parents.
Both of them on some BS, and that's all it was. I don't know.
I think that she was partly looking for clout, partly looking for money. He set himself up. You have a hurt woman who thought she was going to have this amazing life with you. She's not going to have it. Well, she might now.
A baby on board.
Because you didn't live up to the principles that you try to teach other men to live up to. You didn't handle yourself correctly. And to be honest, even though I do not like the dynamic because I just think it's wrong, you set yourself up to be taken advantage of in this way. And if she decides to make you a father, well, that's your responsibility now. And you got to stand up. You know what I'm saying? So, and she seems like you taking care of this baby. This ain't an option for you.
It's not.
She's not going to let you make it. And you're not even cool enough to convince her to be able to get rid of. Ain't nothing working.
Because what she just did was basically have him admit to having unprotected sex with her, because he didn't deny it. He didn't deny her. So I'm not sure what it is she exactly trying to do, but it's all real fishy, because that definitely was not something that everybody else should have been let in on.
Yeah, and then for you to go on an Instagram tirade and you to post all of that, which I get it, but why record him? Why drop the audio? It's not like people are not gonna believe you if you just be like, I'm his baby mama, or none of this is going to do anything but hurt him. None of it is going to make him stand up. None of it's going to. You're just destroying his image, and that's your future baby father. I mean, none of it helps. If that's his baby, you take him to court. He paying child support. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts.
These are another two people who didn't take time to really get to know each other. Now it's about to be a child involved with two parents who don't like each other. Hopefully they can get it together. But if this kind of stuff is going on, what kind of mom is she gonna be?
Exactly. Like I said, I don't think neither one of them deserve to have kids, and it's unfortunate. And like I said, I'm a proponent of being a good father. I believe that's the best job you can have in the world. But also, I'm a proponent of equal rights. I think men should have equal say, and I also think that if we gave women the same responsibility that men had in these situations legally, then they would be way more careful about who they allow to impregnate them.
Amen.
But yeah, so we'll keep you updated on the story. I think it's gonna get way more hilarious because she's already doing interviews. Hell, if I can get her to do an interview, I'll talk to her. Hey, Daisy, if you want to tell your side of the story, Joe Stone to talk to you.
You got that $15K ready?
Look, I don't want to talk to you. No, I ain't. Look, I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got a plane to look. I don't pay for nothing.
We can't flew her out.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that you should never see. You would never look. There's a difference between me and these other guys. You never gonna be able to find a woman that's gonna be like, oh, Joe spent. No, the fuck he didn't. I would look if she told you, you would never. You not gonna have no pregnancy. You ain't gonna have no pregnancy scares out of me. You ain't gonna have no. Them niggas made a career out of playing a role that they never had in real life, and were only able to imitate once they got a little bit of money and a lot of bit of clout. So unfortunately, it looks like Fresh is gonna pay. He's gonna pay for his sins, and she gonna make damn sure of it. But that's the story, and let us know what you think in the comments.